Hello, hello, everyone. It is me, Melissa D. Hall, and I am live at the Congressional Black Caucus with the one and only Dr. Willie Jollie.
Oh, it's a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure for me to be with you.
Ooh!
We've known each other for years. She's so amazing in what she continues to do. I'm so glad I'm able to be with her, to be with you.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Jollie. So, Dr. Jollie, for those of you all who do not know, he is the motivational speaker extraordinaire. He's been in the game for a very, very long time. He has spoken on all the biggest stages with the likes of Zig Ziglar, Les Brown. Currently, he is the motivational expert for the Erica Campbell Show as well.
That's correct.
That's right. And he is here at the Congressional Black Caucus promoting his book, Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better. That's right.
Correct. And now, this is a pre-release because they heard it was coming out. They said, can you come and promote the book? I said, it's not available yet on Amazon. It's not available in bookstores. It's only the pre-release versions, which are on my richisgoodwealthyisbetter.com site. And I said, but if y'all want me to come, they said, please come, because we need to help people become wealthy. For 20 years, I've been on Sirius XM with the Willie Jollie Wealthy Ways Show, interviewing the greatest wealth achievers in our country, some of them. We got Bill Marriott. I've had David Rubenstein. I've had Mark Randolph, co-founder of Netflix, Damon John, Les Brown, Gladys Knight, General Colin Powell, bless his soul. I've had so many wealth creators, and I learned that there's a big difference between being rich and being wealthy.
Absolutely. So let me ask you, you've interviewed the Colin Powells and the Netflix owners. What is the difference that takes somebody from being rich to being wealthy?
It's a mindset. First of all, it's mindset. Because, see, rich people are busy making money. Wealth people are letting their money make money for them.
Okay.
That's the difference. Rich people make money. Wealthy people let their money make them more money, and that's the secret.
So let me ask you, when you say they're letting their money make money, do you mean that they're putting it in investments?
They own something. Whether they own investments, whether they own stocks, bonds, whether they own real estate, whether they own intellectual property, where, you know, your books. This is, I create revenues from my book, so that somewhere right now in the world, somebody buying my book, A Setback and Set Up for a Comeback, or they're buying my book, An Attitude of Excellence, or they're buying my book, It Only Takes a Minute to Change Your Life. Those are being created while I'm sleeping or while I'm here with you. So that is it. Intellectual property, real estate, dividends, rental income. It's so many ways. In the book, I talk about the 8 streams of income, and everybody should have at least 2.
But let me ask you, so right now, you know, we're in a recession. Let's just call it what it is. So how can a person even get started if they really don't have anything? They could be losing their job and whatnot.
First of all, you've got to be willing to create revenue. Now, it might not be easy. Sometimes success comes in work clothes. One of the people I write about in the book is Mary Ellen Pleasant. Mary Ellen Pleasant was a domestic. She cleaned people's homes, she cooked their food, and she washed their clothes. She never made more money than $6,000 a year. This was in the late 1890s. But when she died, she had a net worth of $7.5 million. It's not as much money as you make that's the key. It's what you do with the money. You must live below your means. If you're making $10,000 a year, then just say that, or $30,000, you got to live on 20, and you got to invest the difference. She bought rooming houses, she bought stocks, and she became a multimillionaire. So that is why I'm saying to people, you got to understand what money is, how it works, and how you create wealth.
Okay. So, question for you. I hear a lot of people say that money is energy. Do you concur?
No, money is money. Now, but you know what? Money has multiple uses. That's important. Money is not a singular context. In the book, I talk about the different uses of money. What is money? Because you say most money. Some would say money is energy. And some people will say, well, money is stuff you buy stuff with. Well, money is also a value storage place. You got a $100 bill, you crumple it off, and you throw it on the ground, and you put your foot on it, you pull it up, you straighten it out, it's still worth $100, okay? And so money is a place you store value. Also, money is a determinant of value. You can get a Volkswagen for X money, or you can get a Rolls Royce for X times X money. They both get you from A to Z. But because of the price of that item, you have a different value interpreter than the other. A Rolls Royce got much more value than a Volkswagen. Am I right?
That's very true.
All right? So money has multiple uses. Also, money can make you money. Money can do a lot of things, but you need to know what it is. That's why I'm encouraging people to buy the book. For one, so they can find out the difference between being rich and being wealthy and how to get there. And two, for all the people who've worked hard, who are grinding and struggling and scraping, and they're creating some money to make sure that their family members, when they leave it to them, don't squander it and go through in months what it took them decades and decades and decades to grow.
So what would you say to the person out there? And for those of you all who are just tuning in, I'm live here with Dr. Willie Jollie, motivational guru extraordinaire, host of Series Radio, Dr. Willie Jollie Show, motivational guru on the Erica Campbell Morning Show, and his new book, Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better. So you mentioned about those people who are just scrimping and scraping, who are barely making it, right? And you're talking about being wealthy?
Yes, I'm telling you, here's what I'm telling you. One is that you've got to make up your mind that you're willing to do the uncomfortable to get to the comfortable. Success is uncomfortable. Success is difficult. And so many people say, I want to be successful, but they are spending so much time in front of a television. You got to turn the television off, and then you got to make some sacrifices. When my wife and I got married, I told her, she said, let's get an apartment. I said, no, we were just giving away money for a roof over our head. We need a home where we can buy a brick every month. And she said, but how are we going to do that? I said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to live in my mama's attic. If you do this for a year, in my mama's attic, no bathroom on that floor, it had a little set of steps that go down to the bathroom, a very narrow set of steps. I said, if we'll do that for a year and stack our money, then we'll have money for a down payment. It was uncomfortable. We did not eat out for a year. We did not go anywhere for a year. We didn't go out to movies or anything. We stacked our money. We sacrificed. But a year later, we bought our home.
I love that. And, you know, let me ask you a question. So at that time, you were working towards a goal, right?
I was working multiple jobs.
Okay.
I was doing all sorts of work. I was singing. I was doing
that's right.
I was a singer. Yes, I was singing for a living. I was doing substitute teaching. I was doing all of this. I needed to generate more revenue.
Okay. So has there ever been a time in your life when you were just broke?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
When I got fired and replaced by a karaoke machine when I was singing and making my living. Is
that what happened? Is that your story? Tell them your story.
Okay. I was singing. I was #1 nightclub singer in D.C., built a #1 night spot, doing great. People would line up 7 o'clock for the 8 o'clock show, 9 o'clock for the 10 o'clock show. One day, the nightclub owner said, we've made a change. There's something new going around the country that's filling up nightclubs that's cheaper than live entertainment. We bought this thing called a karaoke machine. I'd never heard of a karaoke machine. And he said, we're going to try that for a while. And I said, well, what about my bills? I didn't know what to do. All I knew to be was a singer. I was broke. I was struggling. And I took a job with the Washington, D.C. public school system as a drug prevention coordinator. While I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, it was during that year I had to start giving speeches. And I found what I was supposed to do.
Really?
That was it. From the little kids, the teachers to their associations to their companies to their churches, and it just grew. Then Les Brown heard about me, put me on tour with him and Gladys Knight as the opening act because I was speaking and singing. It was called the Music and Motivation Tour. Then I got a radio show, and then it got syndicated. Then a book publisher invited me to write a book. It became a bestseller. Then the second book became a global bestseller, and it all happened. Then I named one of the top 5 speakers in the world. All of that happened because I was broke, busted, and disgusted. Got fired, but I kept trying. Stay positive.
So that's the thing. Like, how did you? Because you.
Oh, I know the answer.
All right, go
I know
ahead.
where you're going.
What I'm gonna say?
How did I get that? Input determines output. I started listening to motivational tapes. I had never heard of motivational tapes. I started listening to motivational tapes. I started reading motivational books. In fact, the book that changed my life was called Think and Grow Rich.
I think that book is so cliche. Everybody says that it's so cliche.
It made more millionaires than any book other than the Bible. That book.
Okay.
So I want to give everybody a copy. If you go to wjwild.com, you can get a free download of Think and Grow Rich. It's made. Joe Dudley said he read it 300 times. The first 100 times to make him wealthy. The second 100 times to keep him wealthy. And the third 100 times was for insurance. Okay? But I'm telling you, that book has made more millionaires than any other book other than the Bible. This is going to be the next one. This is the next level of Think and Grow Rich. Rich is good, wealthy is better.com.
So, okay, if a person's already read Think and Grow Rich,
this is what they got to read next.
Why? What is in this one?
Here's because it only stops at rich.
Okay.
Rich is good.
Like
all right. This is about wealthy.
All right.
And what we want to do is get people past rich to getting wealthy. Don't settle for rich. Go to wealth. It's the next step up.
Okay. So last thing, right?
Yes.
So right now, I'm in my 90 days, okay, to become a nationwide talk show host.
You're going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
Yes,
You're going to do it. Okay. What
you're
am I?
beautiful.
Thank
you're
you.
articulate. You're smart. Now you've got to be determined. You can't take no for an answer. Look, a no is a yes waiting to happen.
I love that.
All right? Just keep persisting. Look, persistence breaks down resistance.
Amen.
You got everything you need, except the networks don't know us yet. So you're doing the right thing. Have Facebook Live, build an audience, talk to people. And then you keep calling them saying, I got a following. You need me on your channel.
Period. All right, y'all. Listen, we are with the Dr. Willie Jollie. Make sure y'all go get his book. Well, they can't get it yet.
They can't get it at Amazon or in bookstores. You only can get the pre-release first edition copy at richisgoodwealthyisbetter.com. richisgoodwealthyisbetter.com. Or just go to winwithwillie.com. winwithwillie.com, and you'll get an opportunity to buy it. You're awesome. Okay. Look here. I am saying for the world, you got this date. The date is September 25th, 2025. This young lady is going to be a national media presence, and you're all going to want to know her, and she is awesome. So you do it, okay?
Thank you so much, Dr. Jollie. I appreciate
awesome. I'm so
you.
proud of you.
All right. Thank you so much.
All
It's
right.
nice to connect with you.